Hello, 8th grade ELA students. This is Miss Tolman. I'm helping out Miss Joseph with your English work. If you have any questions, please direct them to Miss Joseph. I can help you a little bit, but most of what I'm doing is reading this for you. We do have vocabulary in each lesson, so please get out your notebook and have that ready to go so you can at least copy down the vocabulary and have that ready to go. We are starting on our Unit 5 and our Lesson 1. Woohoo! We have types of nonfiction. We do have our vocabulary that we're going to get started with. And these are things that you need to know moving forward. So we have expository texts, which are written works that give or explain information to the reader. Literary nonfiction, stories about real people and or events, which includes biographies and autobiographies. Nonfiction, it's written works that are based on facts. Persuasive texts, which are works written for the purpose of changing the reader's thinking or actions. Procedural texts, writing that has the purpose of guiding the reader through this process. So how often do you think about your purpose for reading? Many times you read because your teacher has assigned a story or section in a textbook to read. Other times, however, you select your own reading material. You might enjoy reading fictional stories, or perhaps you would rather read sports magazine or a blog on the internet. Different types of written works are written for different purposes, and they should be read with different purposes in mind. Most fiction stories are written for the purpose of entertainment, while many articles are written to express an opinion or give information. In this unit, you will learn about different types of nonfiction texts, which are written works that are based on facts. In Unit 4, you studied fiction works, including poetry and short stories. Fiction stories and poems are imaginative and are normally written with the purpose of entertaining the reader. Nonfiction texts, however, are often written to give information to the reader. The category of nonfiction contains many types of writing, including literary nonfiction, expository texts, persuasive texts, and procedural texts. Through this unit, you will learn the types of nonfiction in more detail. Nonfiction can come from many different forms, such as speeches, essays, articles, letters, journals, and novels, just to name a few. You read nonfiction texts every day in school as you study your textbooks. If you read a recipe to bake cookies, or follow instruction manual to put together a model airplane, you're reading nonfiction texts. Even the pictures and graphics that correspond to the text count as notification text. As you can see, you probably read more nonfiction texts on a daily basis than you realize. So what's the purpose? Since nonfiction is based upon facts and reality, the author's purpose in writing the nonfiction novel is often to give or explain information. However, the author can also have the purpose of entertaining the reader while informing him. Nonfiction works such as biographies and autobiographies contain factual information, but they present the information in an entertaining way so as to draw the reader into the story. Some nonfiction works are written for the purpose of persuading the reader to do a certain action or think a certain way. You will learn more about persuasive text in another unit. So we have our types of nonfiction. Literary narrative nonfiction, which is factual stories that employ the use of literary techniques such as characterization, dialogue, and plot. Expository texts, which are written works that give or explain information to the reader. Procedural texts, texts that have the purpose of guiding the reader through a process. And persuasive texts, works written for the purpose of changing the reader's thinking or actions. Now, these questions are going to be different for everybody, so I'm not going to read through them. However, it is a match. The particular literary work with you get it. And the other one is another match the following. This here, the types of nonfiction, is probably another thing that would be really good for you to have written down in your notebook. So, let us know if you have any questions. You're doing a fantastic job. Keep it up. Keep it up. You got this. Have a wonderful rest of your day, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.